when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 78 of the Sing When You're Winning, a fantasy football league oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast throne this week, it's myself, Jamie. We've got Jersey Chris back from a successful trip to Manchester, Lee and Steve. But as it's National Record Store Day tomorrow on Saturday, there's always a week league. But I missed Grand National last weekend. How stupid was that? Like the obvious ones, I forget to talk about those ones. But yeah, it's National Record Store Day tomorrow. So what's your favorite album or record? I think we've done first record you've ever bought before. So yeah, what's your favorite album? What would that be? And we'll go around and then we'll introduce our special guest and he can tell us what his favorite album is. So yeah, who wants to go first?
Might be one of his.
It might be. I was hoping one of you would pick one of his, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I like Alistair Griffin. The Greatest Hits is my favorite one.
Did you not buy Bring It On?
Yeah.
Not the Gomez album, Steve. I don't know about that one. But yes. So yeah, Chris, do you want to go first?
Probably Expecting to Fly from the Blue Tones. I remember when I was like 16, 17, just listened to that pretty much every day until it got scratched, a CD. Yeah. But yeah, Blue Tones, madly liking Blue Tones.
Good stuff. It still stands up now, doesn't it? 30 years on. Yeah. And there is the 30-year anniversary tour as well. It is, exactly, which is coming up.
And they're coming to Jersey.
Are they?
Yeah. September, I believe.
Is your mate sorting it out again?
Island Music, yeah. Island Music.
Good stuff. Will you be going along to meet the band?
Yeah, definitely going to this one.
Yeah.
So I missed Mark last time because I was eating espetadas outside, a couple of doors down.
What would I particularly like?
What sort of excuse is that?
No, well, I completely forgot about time. I was just getting drunk and eating Spanish food.
How many guests have we had where Chris has gone, yeah, I'm definitely coming to that, and then like Chesney next door or something, and he still doesn't go and see him.
It's like, no. Anyways, good stuff. But yes, Blue One's Expecting to Fly, cracking choice. Steve, how about you?
Let me think. I won't go with any of the obvious ones because there's loads of obvious ones that everyone would just go for, isn't there?
Yeah. And
I could easily say Urban Hymns by Verve, having seen Richard Ashcroft the other week, and he was brilliant.
Yeah. Did you see him in Leeds?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I won't say that. I'm going to go with an obscure one. It's Aha's album Scoundrel Days from 1987, and I can just put that on any time. I know every single word.
Amazing.
And I love it.
What was the biggest hit on Scoundrel Days? Was it? Was that Sun Always Shines on TV era? No,
it was after the first album, so it was a second album, really. So
right.
I think
Hunting High and Low, was that on there?
No, that's on the first album.
All right. See, I just remember
Me's on the first album.
Yeah.
Second album's got a string of hits. I've Been Losing You. You might know that one. You'll be a bit young for it all, Jamie.
I loved How the first album. If it was on Top of the Pops around that time, I'd have definitely heard it. But if the second album was less Top of the Pops, then probably not.
Brilliant band. Their greatest hits is very good.
That's a good one. Lee, how about you?
It's not as good as Alistair's greatest hits, but it's up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Lee, how about you?
Already had the Blue Tones, so I'm going to go Sign of the Times by Prince. It was the most expensive album I'd ever bought at the time. It was like in double figures, and it was like a double vinyl and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cost a fortune back in the day. I'm sure it's like 25 quid even back then. Back in whenever it was 80 something or other. So, but yeah, great album.
Nice one. If it came out for Record Store, it'd probably be like 250 quid nowadays, wouldn't it? It's something like that.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to go for MGMT's second album, Congratulations, which I still say is the greatest album of the 21st century as well. But there you go. Not many people have listened to it, but it was very, 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 very good. There we go. But let's introduce our special guest, who might throw one of his own albums into the mix. Why not? He's more than entitled to do that. But yes, were you on the first ever episode, or was one of the first couple of episodes? I'm sure, Alistair. But yeah,
I think he was. I think he was our first.
I think you were possibly our first ever guest, and it took you 78 episodes to come back. So that's good.
I mean, it really has. That's 78 episodes. That's at least 52 of those. I'd be going, you're coming back on again. And Alistair thinks of a new excuse every week.
Yeah. He's run out of excuses.
I've had 3,000 texts from Steve.
But yes, it's if you'd not guessed from the earlier chat, it's a singer songwriter and looking for promotion in the top flight in both fantasy and reality. But don't laugh too much at the last one, because we know that ain't happening. A welcome along for this second appearance, 78 episodes later, Alistair Griffin, everybody.
Woo! Finally.
I can't believe I've got more chance of getting promoted than Middlesbrough.
Sadly, it's true.
Shocking.
It is absolutely shocking, and we're going to come on to wallow in the depression together at some point in this pod. And we've got a couple of very happy Leeds fans after the win, and we definitely enjoyed that. And we've welcome return to Lee. We've not talked about Spurs for a while, so we probably will touch on that. Make no apologies for that, Lee. But yes, it's an interesting season for us all. I think it's probably fair to say. But if we go back to
I think
FPL,
Thomas Frank was in charge last time Lee was on.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to come on after like 2 or 3 managers and just see how long that'd take.
I think we did talk about Tudor before we got the job, didn't we? We talked about there was speculation at the time, and you were saying maybe he give him a chance, he might be all right, kind of thing. But there was no chance since we last spoke.
Absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Yeah. What is your view? We'll just dive straight into Spurs right now before we chat about FPL a bit.
It was a bad appointment, Tudor. You know, anybody when you've got to stay up, you want somebody with Premier League experience, a manager with Premier League experience, really.
Yeah.
Whether De Zerbi is the right person or not, we played better against Sunderland. I thought both teams were very, very poor. I thought it's a dire game of football. But I think we'll stay up after seeing what I saw on Sunday. Believe it or not, I think I think with the teams that we've got left to play, we've taken 8 points. Yeah, because we've taken 8 points from the teams we've got left to play, and I saw some good stuff there actually.
We haven't won this year.
I know we've not. Well, we haven't won in the Premier League because we beat other teams in Europe, obviously. So, but we haven't won in the Premier League, and that's what we need to do. And I think De Zerbi will turn us around. It's nice to see a coach or a manager with a bit of passion and a bit of oomph about them on the sidelines. And there were some positives from the match. It was shit, don't get me wrong, but after watching them for the previous 5 games, you know, there was a few more positives in there. So, and I think one of the biggest things
closer,
I think one of the big things is the crowd getting behind them. That is essential, because as soon as you feel the crowd go like down and start to get a bit nervous, then the team gets, and they can't cope. They've just not got that mental capacity to kind of cope with that type of pressure. So I'm glad Romero's out, because as you know, I've never rated him.
Yeah, you're not. I'm aware of that.
No, I think he's a crap captain. So I think there's better leaders on the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see. And we've got some massive games. Like I said, we of the however many teams that we've got left to play, we've got points off 3 of them. So, and I think Leeds was away, we played at Leeds, didn't we? We won there. So these, you never know. We're a different different club to what we were last year, I guess. But yeah, I've seen positive, so I am for once staying positive about the team.
I wasn't expecting you to be that positive. And as a neutral, well, as a neutral, I want Spurs to go down. But as a
Everybody
general
wants
neutral with no skin in the game, really,
Yeah.
I watched that game against Sunderland, and we all said this a couple of weeks ago. Sunderland beat Newcastle. That was the end of their season. Their feet are up. They're on the beach. They don't care.
Yeah.
And the fact that, there was a bit of luck with Sunderland's goal and all of that good stuff. But the fact that Spurs couldn't go and have a go at them and win that match still said to me that they're not a team that's going to fight their way out of this. That's my view, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, I get it. And that was probably our strongest attack as well that we had on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, which is a little bit concerning. But I'm thinking that De Zerbi's probably not had enough time. I mean, Solanke was absolutely shocking. I was talking to Mikey before the match and in the lead up to the transfer, and we were both saying, we're tempted to put Solanke in. I'm so glad that we didn't, because he looked dreadful. I've not seen him look so bad, to be honest with you. But
yeah. And I genuinely think Spurs will fall into the trap that a lot of big clubs do when they start hitting the bottom. The players know they're not going to be there next season. It's not like the likes of Burnley or Wolves or anyone like that who think, well, actually, I still want to be around. I want a contract next season to fight our way back up. Most of the Spurs players, it was like when Boro went down 16 years ago, whenever it was, 17, 18 years ago, we had some class players, but at the end, they knew they weren't going to be sticking around.
Yeah.
They weren't going to be there fighting the good fight in the Championship for next season. And it shows towards the end of the season because these players don't want to get injured and they've got the agents in their ear telling them to go somewhere else.
And there's the World Cup and all that as well.
Yeah.
I think, and this is, if we go down, I don't think it's necessarily, obviously financially and, people taking the piss is one thing.
Yeah.
But for the club, we have got so many overpaid average players at the club. It would be good to see them all get culled, to be honest with you. Yeah. It would be good from that perspective, because we've got some good young players and that have played in the Championship, and they're doing well, and it'd be good to see them get some kind of blood in there. But you Leeds guys would be able to tell us how hard it is to get out of the Championship, because you've been there. But that's
those Boro guys.
The reality.
It's bloody harder than the Leeds guys, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's the reality, isn't it?
Leeds are quite good at getting out of it. We're not.
Well, when you think last time Leeds went down, and we had a lot of bang average players that thought they were really good, and they couldn't wait to get out of the door as soon as they went down. So Tottenham's going to be exactly the same, and then you get drafted for transfer fees because everyone knows you need the cash.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, to be honest with you, a lot of them aren't worth the transfer fees that we paid for them anyway. So it's been a shit show, to be honest with you, since. And I always said when Levy went, Levy was a shrewd businessman, that without a doubt. And sometimes it's better the devil you know. And I think Levy going and Vinay, don't know, I'm sure he's still working for Arsenal, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. But if we go down, we go down.
Well, yeah, but it's not looking good. I think it's probably fair to say. But it'll be, again, after this weekend's fixtures, it'll be interesting to see where you all sit, and we'll predict some fixtures in a short while. But let's get back to FPL, and Alistair, we'll talk about it's your fourth FPL and Sing When You're Winning season, only 4 years, and you've been in the Championship all that time. First season you finished 17th on 55 points, then the second season was 9th, also on 55 points. You were a fan of that. And then last season, I'm surprised that you finished 17th. I thought you were doing better. Maybe you dropped away last season, or maybe I don't recall that properly. Oh, no, there was a debate about who was going to go down. Sorry, I'm getting confused. But you were on 45 points and you survived on score difference last season. However, this season's a different story. You shot off like Boro did. But then, unlike Boro, you've kept it going and you're still second on 62 points. So do you think you're going up, is the question?
Absolutely not.
There we go. That's the typical football fan.
I'm not entirely sure how I've managed to stay second. In fact, I've adjusted to. Well, I now understand how the game works. Previous seasons have been some disasters with the chips, not understanding what a free hit was, the difference between a free hit and a wild card.
Yes.
One time I was doing my team and I was in Runswick Bay with no signal. I think that was on the when you do the. I know that was when I was picking the team.
Right.
I thought I'd done it, and I ended up with, I think, half the Luton squad. Whereas this year, none of that, no disasters have happened.
Yeah.
And I've probably just been lucky. Like this week, I was going to do the wild card, because my team's sort of struggling along, but I didn't, and I actually won. Like God knows how, but I'm still there somehow.
It's promotion luck in it, you see. Just keep plodding on, getting those wins.
I've tinkered less, but I think it's I don't know how you do like the 4D chess of there's going to be a double game week and then there's going to be no one playing. I can't ever get my head around that, but I gather next week is one of those.
This week coming is a double game week, and so we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, plan for the game week that's just happened 32, and then there's a strategy for the next couple of weeks. So quite a few of us did go for the wild card for game week 32, and it paid off for me, and hopefully it'll pay off in game week 33 as well. So there is a bit of that will come on to chat.
Kind of the strange week last week because you were really picking your team for this
week,
but
it paid off amazingly.
Yeah.
It's like, get in.
I did sort of second guess myself a little bit because I thought my team probably looks a bit weaker if I wild card it, but then it's going to pay off next week. So anyway, I came through it. Anyway, it's good to win.
Yeah, well, I was picking, like, I picked the Brighton keeper who I'd never normally pick, and he had a great week. And I was like, it was nice one. So yeah, it worked out quite nicely. But yeah, there is that thing. But we had Ross Millard on a couple of weeks ago, and he's chasing you. He's only 2 points behind, I believe.
Yeah, where's he come from?
He's flying.
Has he always been that? Oh,
I think he said it in a rather the different way to that, didn't you? I think it was after his balls or something.
He did say something that was beef-like, and we were like, "Oh, we're having a bit of beef." It was a bit tongue in cheek, but he was looking to stir the beef.
He's going to grab him by the balls or something like that. I think.
We'll have to go back and check it, but yeah, getting a bit more of that northeast like musical football rivalry going on. I think that's what was going on there.
He'll probably catch me, so I'll be careful.
He's in good form. No one's catching Joe. I think Joe's promotion party starts probably in a week or two, to be fair. Could it start this weekend? Are we getting that close for Joe?
A couple of weeks, I think. I think he's 15 clear or something. And I'll have a look in a minute when I do that.
Yeah, I think Joe's. I mean, he's definitely going to get promoted. There's no two ways about that. But probably be sooner rather than later. Anyways, well, let's have a quick look then. We've talked about it's a double game week this week in double game week 33, and then there is that blank game week 34. So we've talked a lot over the last couple of weeks, so I won't repeat myself about how you can manage things with wild cards and bench boosts, etc. But for triple captain, if you've still got your triple captain left, the so-called experts, are suggesting that it's worth holding it until Man City's home match against Crystal Palace, which was obviously postponed due to the cup final against Arsenal, is rescheduled. And that's expected to fall into game week 36 because the midweek slot doesn't clash with European competitions. And if that's the case, Man City would have 2 home matches against Brentford and Palace. So that would be the key one to, if you've got your triple captain, save it for then. They're saying obviously people would go for Haaland, but if O'Reilly is fit again, he's scoring like crazy at the moment. He's like both getting defensive points and goal scoring points. But obviously he went off injured. So I'm hoping he's back for this double game week as well. So
we'll have to the way Haaland's playing, you'd triple captain for 2 games and get about 6 points out of it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's away from the league. He seems to like scoring. As soon as you tell him it's a Premier League fixture, he seems to forget how to score, doesn't he? So there you go. But yes, if you've got a triple captain waiting, maybe hold on to game week 36 is the top tip there. Right. Football wise, sheep. So the people who everyone are getting in, lots of transfers in for Verbruggen, the Brighton keeper just mentioned. I think a lot of these are based around people getting set up for game week 33. O'Reilly in defence was obviously before he got injured. Cherky, again, he's scoring lots of points for City. A lot of people are saying he's a better choice over Semenyo at the moment as well, potentially. And people are still diving in on Haaland, though. He's still there despite what we say. And then
Get out of my club.
people are getting rid of Rare, Timber, who was injured, and Wemo, who came on, was quite poor, wasn't he, when he came on against Leeds. And Ekitike, obviously. There's people still got him in their side. Don't understand why. So
I've got him.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been meaning to get rid of him for weeks.
And get rid for sure.
He's a classic. He'll score this week. And he has.
quite possibly. He's the sort of person that's going to score 2 or 3 in a game, isn't he? And then not score again for 5 weeks.
Possibly.
He's been terrible.
Well, we'll come on to chat about the Merseyside derby in a minute as well, because that's this Sunday too. But praised by the chairman this week is Mark Summerton, was on the pod a couple of weeks ago, 81 points, which was pretty good. I thought I had a good score this week. I thought,
Stat-based, don't forget he's a stat-based manager.
He is a stat-based man. I had this foolish moment this morning. I went, I wonder if I'll be praised by the chairman this week. And I looked and went, these people got more than me. I thought I did all right. I think I was the top scorer in the championship for the first time ever.
Were, yeah.
So I got excited, but not as good as Mark Summerton. And sacked in the morning, there was 2, not 1, but 2. Graham Swan and Ben Taylor. There we go. Magic Mod. And Graham Swanee are both sacked on 28 points. But Graham Swan lost 29-28. I will come on to the scores, but I think Andrew Clancy, he's the luckiest manager in all the leagues, I think, because it's the only game he could have possibly won was playing against Swanee, and he won 29-28, which was interesting. But let's get over to Steve for the classified results.
Okie dokie. Anyway, in the Premier League, the highest score was also the highest score in all of the leagues, as we just said. Mark Summerton, 81, beat Chris Payne, who got 62. Tom Bird got 78 to beat Dan, who only got 53. And last year's champion, Alistair Bruce Ball, got 74 to beat Mark Horseman, who only got 46, the average. Bottom 4 clashes there, though. Andrew Chester beat Nikolai, 75-40. And Tim Ward at the bottom beat Chris Dawkes 68-58. So that's all the teams chasing Chris.
Oh,
But Chris is still safe though, despite losing again.
Yeah.
And Jim beat the leader Leon, and me and Adam both won. So that's tightened things up a little bit.
How close are you to the top now then?
I'm 3 behind now, and Adam's 4 behind.
Ooh, getting close.
Which works well, because at one point I was losing and Leon was winning, and it looked like he was going 9 clear, so it would have been all pretty much over then.
Still on.
But I'm sure he's still going to win the league, so don't worry, Leon, it's fine.
Yeah, keep putting that out.
Sure, he won't be losing again. Championship then. Jamie, who were the highest score, 71 to beat Rich Lays 55. Ross Millard was closest to that. He got 60 to beat John Gregory, who's got 49. So that's possibly a playoff match.
Could be.
Depending if Alistair comes second or not, I suppose. Also at the top end, Alistair, you beat Phil Pinder 48-38. Joe won again as he gets closer to a promotion. He beat Lee Nicholson. Lee, you lost to Michelle. Pod bounce for Michelle.
Pod bounce again, yeah. Pod bounce.
Not that she needed it, because she's winning most of the time anyway. And Alex Renton, having lost 9 games in a row, finally won one. He beat Stu. Rich Pipes beat Cole 45-43, and I mean, Cole was only about 4 points behind, and he had Bruno as captain, and I thought he was absolutely going to walk that, but he lost.
That booking.
Maybe it wasn't 4 points behind, but it looked definitely like he was going to win, because he had a few Man U players, and, and it just didn't work out for him. So it's tragic. And in a very dull clash, as we've already said, Andrew Clancy beat Swanee 28-27. League One, there was a vital win for Ben Halliwell, who looked like he was going to lose to Sophie Ridge, but won 68-66. Ben is top, but he's got no chips left, so
Okay.
People are chasing
Give
him.
me some on that.
Steve Wybrandt and Grace Maloney both chasing. They both won again. Mike Bushell won again. I think he's pretty much going to finish fourth, is Mike. He beat Andy Cousins. And down at the bottom, Nathan Clark beat Craig Wilson, and Nigel Clark beat Vicky Sparks 68-56. So Vicky's quite well adrift at the bottom now.
Nigel's won quite a few lately because he didn't win for ages.
Yeah,
It
he's
seems like
picked up
every
a bit.
week you're saying he's winning.
looking like he might stay up.
Good stuff.
League Two, the top four were all playing each other actually. Joe Singleton beat Felix White, Alfie Witter beat Mikey Austin Riley, and at the bottom there were much needed wins for Kev Sim, Marty Longstaff, and Neil Poynton. In the Conference League, the highest score was Chesney Hawks, who's 65. He beat Finn, who only got 48. Adam Comstive at the top comfortably beat Indy Hawks. Craig Price comfortably beat James Giddings. Duke Witter slipped to lowly Ian Baker, and Liam Frost beat Freddie Gaminara in a playoff type promotion clash they're having there. In the cup, there are lots of cup games. Alistair, you lost, and Lee, you won, and the rest of us all got byes. So
yeah,
so it didn't matter to us. League table wise, Premier League. Then Leon is top with 70. I've got 67. Adam has 66. Rich Archer's next on 60. So it's probably between the three of us. In the bottom end there, Chris, then you've still got 36 points, but then there's a 5-point gap to Chris Dawkes with 31, Andrew Chester with 31, Nikolai with 28, and Tim Ward bottom with 24. Andrew Chester didn't get out of the bottom three because he's 1 single point behind Chris Dawkes in score, so it's very close, but could be an awkward relegation for somebody there. Championship, then Joe is got 75 points. Second is Alistair with 62. Third is Ross with 60. Then it's Michelle with 54. John Gregory 52. Phil Pinder 52. And you, Jamie, 51 now.
Yeah, getting close to the playoffs. Closer.
Down at the bottom then, very tight from about 13th down. In fact, Henry in 13th's got 42, but if you got 38, you're in the bottom three. Yep. Which at the moment is Rich Pipes, Carl Sewell, and Cole Bottom. Probably going to go down now after that loss.
I thought he was fighting back, but I do think that defeat might have done him. Maybe.
Where are you, Lee? Lee, you've only got 41, so you could get dragged in there yet as well. You could go down with Cole. You could go down together.
I know, I'm out with him this weekend as well, so I might nobble him.
Sorry?
I said nobble.
He'll probably fall asleep anyway.
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
League One led top Ben Halliwell with 69, then Grace Maloney 63, Steve Wybrandt 63, Mike, Dave Atkins, and Ben Hope making up the playoffs. And down at the bottom four are now Andy Cousins with 39, Nigel Clark with 39, Jonas with 33, and bottom is Vicky Sparks with 31. And League Two, Joe Singleton is top with 30 points, but he's now 9 points clear of the playoffs, so Joe's probably going to get promoted there, I thought. Felix White second, Alfie Witter third, and down at the bottom two now are Casey Hawks with 9 and Kev Sim with 7. And the Conference League, Adam Comstive's top, Craig Price is second, Duke Witter's third, and then it's all pretty close for whoever, because half of that division get promoted, so anything could happen there. And that concludes that.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. And as you were talking about the lottery winners, lads, did anyone see Rob Lally singing the cover of Staying Alive on social media?
No.
How amazing was that?
Oh, wow.
That. Genuinely one of the best cover versions I've ever seen. He was amazing.
It
was.
was.
The band in the background. So yeah, check that out. Genuinely.
Is it on his Instagram?
Well, the lottery winners are doing a cover every week or something, aren't they? And,
is it lottery winners Instagram?
Yeah.
Right.
And basically he was I've not seen him as a front man before, but he was very, very good. Proper getting into it. So check that one out. Anyways, let's have a look back at the fixtures that we predicted last week. Who the hell knows? Well, Arsenal, Bournemouth. None of us went for a Bournemouth win. Michelle went for Arsenal 2-1. But yes, none of us predicted that. But I thought Bournemouth were
I
fully
went for a
worth
draw,
it.
didn't I? Did I go
You
for a
did go
1-1?
for a draw. I went 2-2. You went 1-1. So at the end, I was kind of toyed between possibly wanting Arsenal to equalise. But I want Arsenal to win the league, but I want it to be really tight, close run thing at the end of the season. So I'm quite liking the fact that they're messing up a bit. But I don't want City to win the league. So we'll see. Sunderland Spurs. We all went, well, I went 3-0 Sunderland, sorry, Lee. Michelle went 1-1. Chris, you went 2-1 Sunderland, and Steve went 4-0 Spurs. So, but that
Nice
didn't
one,
happen.
Steve.
Yeah,
It worked. I did point out at the time I was going
did.
reverse psychology. And
It was. That's why we called the
And it
episode
worked.
Reverse Psychology last week. It was purposely done. And it worked. Well done, Steve. And Man U Leeds, a few of us, well, we all went draws apart from Michelle. She said 2-0 Man U. So there you go. But yeah, I thought Leeds were thoroughly, like, they thoroughly deserved the win, to be fair. The best bit of commentary was when Gary Neville was whinging halfway through, just before the second goal went in. And you could see he was kind of saying, almost along the lines of, Man, you need to sort the shit out, or they're going to, it's in. It was like, yes.
no, I think he actually said, Leeds are totally dominant. If they don't score a second now, then they just did. There you go. Then they have it.
Yeah.
Have that.
I was like, you've gone a bit quiet there, Gary. So that was quite good fun. But yeah, do you want to say any more about Leeds before we predict stuff?
It was very stressful, very enjoyable ultimately, and Man U are such bad losers, aren't they? Look, I mean, the first time we've beaten them at their place since 1981, and they're all moaning about it. Oh no, you can't get enough pulling hair, and that's not, if somebody had pulled Bruno Fernandes's hair, he'd still be rolling around on the floor now.
It would be on Sky Sports News every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They'd be talking about it every 10 minutes. They'd have bloody Vidal Sassoon in there telling you about how bad it was, or someone like that.
Ridiculous. I mean, it's a rule, though. Fair enough. It probably doesn't. From the football we all grew up with, you probably don't deserve getting sent off. But it's a rule. The rule. Didn't someone do it to Cucurella earlier in the season? And
yeah, there was the Everton game, the Everton Wolves. What's his name? Keane got sent off for Everton as well, and that kind of. So it's clearly the players know that they're going to get sent off, whether you think it's malicious or violent or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, but
I was happy. I mean, I'd have been gutted if a Leeds player had done it, but there you go. There's the rules.
There you go. Yeah, it's a very entertaining Monday night, and Chris was sat on his hands for most of the night. We were talking about it before we came.
Very well behaved, but as soon as the players came out, honestly, it was so loud. I mean, Man United fans made some noise, but that was it. Yeah. And then as soon as the game started, we were just all over them for 45 minutes. I mean, every single attack, I thought we were going to score. I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was very unlucky with his little reach a couple of minutes into the game. And then I thought Tanaka was unreal. He was everywhere. Like Tanaka and Gabby, for me, were just outstanding. I was watching Aronson because I do give him a bit of
you do give him stick, yeah.
And I'm kind of right though. What I saw of him, he is so busy. He was chasing everything down. I love that. He doesn't stop. He's a workhorse. He wasn't giving any of the defenders time to actually pass the ball and sit on it. But every time he was trying to go through, he was just getting pushed off the ball, or his pass would go wayward. He's just still a little bit lightweight there, but I mean, he was decent yesterday. I'll give him his dues. I'm not going to slag off any Leeds player yesterday because I thought they were brilliant.
No, I thought Goodmanson was top class last night.
Oh, he was brilliant. Yeah, even what's his name? Bogle was played well.
They were all good. Game. They played really, really well. I thought well deserved.
Yeah.
Tanaka for me was just another level. He was brilliant.
Mm-hmm. But no, I genuinely haven't thought you. And every time I say you're not going down, I genuinely believe you're not going down, and I believe even more so now. I think it's yeah.
Well, so do I. But the very Leedsy thing will lose to Wolves at the weekend now, and then we'll be right back where we were.
Nah, is it home to Wolves?
You mark my words. You just watch.
If it's home to Wolves, I think your tails will be up and you'll go for it. I think you'll stuff Wolves at the weekend. But we're not predicting that game because. I get wrong if we predict Leeds games and it goes wrong.
Yeah, let's avoid
the
that.
Listeners don't like that. So instead, we're going to go Spurs Brighton. Hello, Lee. How are we doing?
Can we do Middlesbrough instead?
I thought of doing Middlesbrough. We're going to come on to talk about Middlesbrough, but we're going to stick with the Prem. Spurs Brighton.
4-0 Spurs.
Fuck off.
All right, Steve's gone 4-0. Right, Lee, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay, doke. Well, Brighton, it's part of the big double game week, so I'm hoping that the Brighton boys will keep us a clean sheet, but they probably won't. I'm going to go 1-0 Brighton. So that's what I reckon. Alistair, how about you?
1-1.
Ones each. Is it on Sky? Is it 5:30 kickoff on Sky on Saturday? I seem to think it might be. I think it's a televised one. And Chris, how about you?
Difficult. Go on. Spurs win 2-1.
Okie doke.
Stop it. Stop
Double
it.
back.
You're just yes, it's the reverse psychology fun of it.
Love
Cool. And so basically, quite a few people going for a Spurs win. I'm going for a Brighton win. My record on it is mixedly, so don't worry. And then the next games are all happening. I'm just going to shamelessly say it's my birthday on Sunday, everybody. Ipswich are going to ruin it for me because that's a guaranteed. And then, but then I'm looking forward to Everton, Liverpool, and Man City, Arsenal. 3 cracking matches on my birthday. It's proper Super Sunday. But like I said, because the Ipswich Boro thing doesn't matter anymore because we've stuffed it up royally, kind of doesn't really matter if Ipswich beat us, to be fair. But let's talk about Boro in a bit. Everton, Liverpool, though, is it 2 on Sky on Super Sunday? Lee, what do you think?
I am going to go for 2-1 Everton.
Okay. I mean, I've said it for a while. Liverpool, I still think are rubbish. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the Champions League. We'll know by Friday morning, of course. But I genuinely, I still think they're rubbish. And Everton seem to have a bit of fight in them at the moment.
Yeah.
First
I
derby
reckon.
at the new stadium.
Yeah, they're not going to want to lose, are they? I know they don't in a derby anyway, but I think with it being at the new stadium, I think they'll pull out all the stops. I know you can't give more than 100% and all that type of thing, but this gets you fired up. It's like Leeds. Like Leeds, they were fired up for that beyond, like any other game I've seen them play this season. I think Everton will be the same. And like you said, Liverpool are pretty shit at the minute.
They genuinely are. Alistair, Everton, Liverpool. Will you be bothered after Middlesbrough got smashed off Ipswich, or will you be watching it?
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I think, Everton 1-0.
Yeah. Oh, we could have all-round Liverpool defeats here. Steve, how about you?
Everton are doing quite well, but they aren't very good at home. I don't think. They've struggled a little bit in the new. They've got more away results than they have home results, haven't they? But they'll be up, like you say, they'll be up for that. They won't want to lose. Liverpool are inconsistent, and they're going to probably get a drubbed in midweek as well. 2-2. I'm going to go with
2-2. Well, I was going to go 1-1. It's got that kind of scrappy, dirty 1-1 Merseyside derby written all over it for me. But Chris, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with everyone. But I think Everton are going to win this. I think they're going to go 3-2.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Nice.
That'll be entertaining to watch if that is the case. And then the main match at 4:30, Man City Arsenal. It's all getting very, very, very exciting right now, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I've already got my score.
Oh, Chris has already got his score. Go on then. Kick us off.
4-0 City.
Ooh.
bloody hell.
Just to rub it in. That would be funny.
I mean,
Arsenal TV will be going off, won't it? It'll be just like
Well, it's a good job Michelle's not on this week.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying it this week.
But Michelle said she seems to think Arsenal will win one of the two. I think they've got a better chance of winning the Champions League than they have of the league right now. It seems very wobbly. And if City do, if they smashed Arsenal, I think that could crush them, to be fair. But we'll see. But yes, 4-0 then. Anyone else? What do we think, Steve?
Like Neville saying the other day, he was saying everyone's saying about Man City, Arsenal falling to pieces and Man City just going to catch up with them. But the other way of looking at it is if Arsenal win, they've won the league.
Yeah. This is their cup final.
So I don't see even a draw would probably do them, really, wouldn't it? So I can't I can't see Man City. Man City can be inconsistent and frustrating. I think it'll be a draw, 1-1.
1-1. Alistair, how about you? What do you reckon?
I think it'll probably be a draw. Yeah, probably 1-1.
Okay. I think I'm a bit like Chris. If City get one, it was like the other day against Chelsea. It was a bit huff and puff, but as soon as they got one, it all clicked, and then it was bang, bang, bang. And I think if City get one, they could get a couple. So I'm going to go 3-1 City.
I mean, even Doku scored, and he's useless.
Yeah. Yes, he's not had the best seasons. It's probably fair to say. Lee, how about you?
Oh, it's head and heart stuff for me because I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going to say it's going to be a 0-0 bore draw. I think they'll both be very, very nervous.
I mean, you could well be right. I'd be surprised, but
I'd love City to smash them, to be honest with you. But
well, of course you would. Yeah.
I suppose City have to go for it, don't they? Because
they have to.
They have to win, really, don't they? So.
Yeah.
But for Arsenal, for me, this is their cup final. Kind of forget them messing up the other week in the actual cup final. But this is, if they win, like you say, surely they can't blow it at that point. Let's just hope the refs don't get involved and mess up with big decisions, which often happens on these occasions. So we shall see. But as we see, who the hell knows? We will find out at the weekend. But also, we'll come on to talk a little bit more now to Alistair about Boro. But let's just cover Boro Ipswich. What do you think? What do you fancy our chances against Ipswich on Sunday?
The thing with Middlesbrough, I think, particularly when they play away, if a team comes out and actually tries to beat us,
we do all right.
We pick them off. I mean, we've had some ridiculous results. 4-0 up at half time at Hull and big wins away. So I don't know. If Ipswich come out and play, but then they probably won't. So, and they're on decent form as well, aren't they? So.
And they've had the referee playing for them the last 2 matches. So that always helps if you've got 12 men. But that is genuine. I'm not even making that up. Like, it's disgusting, the refs.
Yeah.
But, there's no point whinging. What's that, Chris?
I used to feel like that in the Championship.
It's true, though. Like, I don't know if you saw the Norwich-Ipswich game, but Ipswich got a penalty that never was. Norwich didn't get a penalty that was bloody obvious. And then Ipswich, the guy should have been sent off. The whole crowd were like baying for it. And the ref was like, no, that's not a second yellow card. It blatantly was.
Do you think that VAR should be in the Championship? Because it's a high level of football.
I don't want VAR in the Championship. I hate VAR. Like, we know that VAR doesn't get it right when they use it in the Prem, to be fair. So I'd rather it stay away. But the reality was the last 2 games, Ipswich have had the referees favour decisions. But Boro have done their job to shoot themselves in the foot, so it's not actually mattered. So I'd be more angry if I was sat here thinking that Boro were closer. But we're just blowing it in such a big way.
You've got to stay away from Southampton, though, don't you? Really?
Yeah. I mean, for me now, I think the tactic now is let Ipswich run away with it almost, because they're going to anyway. And then hopefully if Southampton, because Southampton could run and they could potentially finish 3rd, and then let's finish 4th or 5th and play Hull City over 2 legs. And then I'd take Southampton on in a 1-game shootout. We've got Hackney and Whittaker, who are both resting injured at the moment. Let's keep them for maybe the last 1 or 2 games of the season, give them a bit of match fitness, and then fly into the playoffs, because we're capable of going on a 4 or 5 game winning run. So let's save it for when it matters. That's my very optimistic, ridiculous hope that happens.
But if Ipswich lose last Tuesday,
true. But we've literally shot ourselves in the foot far too much.
The big thing, I know it's all over, all the social media, is they didn't sign a striker in the January window, and that was a problem before January. And you throw the kitchen sink at it, don't you? You get anyone. I also think letting Bergsaw go to Bristol
That was
He was
look.
the
That looked
only
more
option off
like
the
a
bench.
stupid decision because the week before he went, he scored the late winner against West
Yeah.
Brom.
Yeah, he's not amazing, but
No, he's not.
You know, if you look at who comes on now off the bench, it's this. You know, it's
Yeah.
weak. So yeah, one more optimism. A friend of mine said, "Think about Sunderland last year. I don't think they won any of their last 6
They
games.
went off the boil, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
then
were
they've
way
won the
behind. Yeah.
playoffs. I mean, but I don't think Boro will do it.
No, I think I'm allowing myself to believe it's not going to happen now because I'm less annoyed than I was a week ago. Like before Easter, I was proper fired up. Now, after Portsmouth, I just think, they don't care, so why should I? And Strelec, what's your view? Genuinely, I've had a few debates with people about this, but I do. People say, "Oh, he's not a striker. He's not whatever." But any goals, any footballer at that level, if you think about the Bristol City game and the blatant, if he put that away, that's 2-0 and we're pretty much in top two for me.
Yeah,
that was a massive moment.
It was crucial. All I would, he's a decent footballer, but Middlesbrough, I think it's a lot to do with the way Middlesbrough are playing. You know, this kind of pass it sideways. 18 passes when you could have one forward. They don't get the ball to him. If you look at what, you know, the service, he gets very little. I mean, then again, you could say, why isn't he stood on the penalty spot?
Yeah.
Waiting for the crop. That I mean, I don't know if anyone else has watched Middlesbrough, but it's been a mad season. You know, there was a period.
What division do they play in?
Be careful.
The one Spurs will be in next season.
I was going to say the same as Leeds next year.
Ooh.
But I mean, 6 weeks ago, a month ago, you know, people were replaying one of the games on Instagram and saying, "Have you seen this? You know, this never happens to Middlesbrough. This is amazing football." And we have played fantastic. We haven't played like this for a long time. And then now we're completely off the boil.
Hellberg will go somewhere else, possibly in the next couple of years, and he'll have a team he'll have some class players, and he'll be one of the top managers, in my opinion. I think he plays phenomenal football. It's entertaining, but right now he hasn't got the decent players. And even after the match on Saturday, the mask dropped, didn't it? And he was pissed off.
Yeah,
it was like, okay, fair enough.
You're right. I think he's a great coach, and he seems like a good guy. And he's from a different sort of school of football, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it was good actually. After he was brutally honest.
Yeah, which sometimes you need. But anyway, I will keep everything crossed. But right now I thought, birthday game, it's going to be it's going to be. Now I'm just kind of, even if we beat Ipswich, it probably doesn't mean anything, kind of thing. But we shall see. No one else will beat Ipswich 4-0 on Sunday and have no chance of getting promoted, but it'll be like one that we've ticked off. So we shall see. But Alistair, what else do you want to tell us a little bit? What have you been up to music-wise? Last time we spoke, I think it was about a year and a half ago, and you were obviously getting ready for your candlelight sessions in York at Christmas as you do and things like that. But are you recording stuff at the moment? What are you up to?
Original music wise, bits and pieces. I'm doing a bit of writing. I'm about to launch into making a new album.
Cool.
And a sort of an independent route that I haven't taken before. No point in me telling you about that because I don't know what the hell's going to happen to it.
Fair enough.
But still, we're doing what we call Ignite concerts, which is the candlelit stuff, and we've got some shows. We do like the big cathedrals, Ripon Cathedral, York Minster. So put a lot of time into that since we last spoke, and obviously FPL it's taken over my life.
Well, it does. That's the thing, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
In an enjoyable way, I'd like to think.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm very much I only really used to look at Middlesbrough. It's drawn me back to the Premier League and all the shenanigans of that. Carry on.
Yeah, it does give you a weird interest in games that you wouldn't really care about, doesn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
Well, every game. That's
look at a game and think, "Oh, I've got 3 players in that one. I'll watch that one."
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, should we do a bit of a couple of ChatGPT quizzes? I've got a where are they now Fame Academy quiz, Alistair,
God.
just for you. See if you know where former contestants are, whatever happened to them. Assuming that this is right, it could all be a load of bollocks. Which Fame Academy? This isn't really where are they now. Which Fame Academy winner went on to have a #1 single with "Stop Living the Lie"?
Snedden.
It was Snedden. You are right. Which contestant later became part of the successful R&B group Damage before appearing on Fame Academy? Badly written question. Is it Lamar, Alistair Griffin, Peter Brame, or Pippa Bennett Warner?
It would be Lamar.
It would be Lamar. I mean, I like that they've included you in there. Which Fame Academy finalist later won Eurovision You Decide and represented the UK at Eurovision?
I went to Istanbul to watch him, James Fox.
I love how bullshit this is. He's not even one of the suggestions. They've said Ainsley Henderson.
Brilliant. It's not him.
And the fact that you were there in Istanbul says that this is bullshit.
Have you watched Small Profits?
I've seen bits of it. I've not watched it properly. I quite liked the bit I saw of it, though. It was good.
Yeah, the guy, I can't remember his name, beardy fellow who was in the Detectorists.
Yeah,
Ainsley
Mackenzie
Henderson.
Crook.
Yes, Mackenzie Crook. Yeah, he wrote it. Ainsley Henderson did all the animation of the things in the jars, the profits.
Did he? Oh, cool. Good stuff.
Furious trivia for you.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can ask you any more of these questions then, because they'll be bollocks. But the one I was going to ask you is, which Fame Academy contestant became a West End performer appearing in major stage productions?
James did. I don't know how major they were. James
apparently it's you, Alistair. There you go. This is what
bravo.
Well done, Alistair.
Well done. I thought you'd like that question in particular. There you go.
They were heady days. He's forgotten all about it. Didn't even know it was there.
So that is proof, again, if proof were needed, that Copilot is the biggest load of crap, and ChatGPT and all of that good stuff. So yes, but we've got some more footballing questions, which I think people would much rather do, to be fair. So I'll tell you what, thinking of that, should we just ask Alistair questions over 90 seconds? Would that be better rather than doing the 1 to 100 bit?
I'm very bad at this.
Yeah, are we happy to do that? Because I know, Steve, you're getting a bit tired of the 100 bit, aren't you? Let's ask Alistair some questions about.
Questions are awful.
Well, we'll do 90 seconds on Northeast football. There you go, Alistair. How about that?
Yeah, go on then.
See how you get on. So, who wants to do this? Who wants to do the scoring fingers in the air?
I'll do it. I've missed it.
Lee hasn't got his magic though. The magic's not happening tonight for some reason. But right, so it's here. It's back. Brilliant, good stuff. So we'll give you 90 seconds. Steve will be on the clock. At the end of 90 seconds, he will say something related to this week's show or topical or something like that. Just like Mastermind, if I start a question, I will finish it at that point, and I'll start the first question whenever you're ready. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Good
stuff. Right. Who was the Chilean midfielder who became a fan favourite at Middlesbrough?
Oh, God. Actually, no.
It's just shit. He's a Brazilian midfielder. The joke and the trick question, there was no major Chilean.
Janina.
No, Fabio Rockenbach. Exactly. Who was Newcastle's captain under Kevin Keegan?
Alan Shearer.
It was Rob Lee, apparently was the main one. Yeah. Who was Sunderland's top scorer in the 2010s Premier League era?
Christ. No, Michael Bridge.
Jermaine Defoe in 2010. Who scored the winning goal in Sunderland's 1973 FA Cup final?
No.
Ian Porterfield. Who did Sunderland beat to win the 1973 FA Cup?
Oh, you've picked that one.
Leeds.
It was Leeds. Sunderland played in the Championship playoff final in 2022 against which club? I think it was League One playoff final, not Championship.
God, no. Portsmouth.
It was Wycombe Wanderers. Which player scored 4 goals for Middlesbrough? He didn't score 4 goals. He scored the 4th goal for Middlesbrough in the UEFA Cup semi-final versus Steaua Bucharest.
Massimo Macaroni.
It certainly was. Which
So I've forgotten a thing, but I've got a point to make in a minute. Finish the last thingy, and then I've been reminded of something. So yeah, carry on.
Right, okie doke. Which Newcastle? This is bullshit question again. I'm going to find another one because they're just full of bullshit questions here. Middlesbrough's traditional motto is what? There you go.
Eramus, we shall be.
Exactly. Well done. There you go, Bob Bon. Well done. How many, Lee? How many did Alistair get?
Honestly, I lost count because I wasn't enjoying it too much, but I think it was 2.
It was 2. I thought you had a bit more, but you'll be right. We'll see. We'll say it was 2 on Northeast football. There you go. And I think
Macaroni. And
you got 2
one.
Middlesbrough questions. Well done. That was good. And the Rockenbach one, I apologise. That's just nonsense, co-pilot rubbish. Which Chilean
macaroni?
Well, like most ex-Middlesbrough players, they don't actually go on to do anything. You'll find a lot of Middlesbrough heroes, either they're young and then they go on to do something else. But if they're in their prime when we sign them, they disappear into, like, you never hear of them again, to be fair.
Do they ever
Under Steve Gibson's patio
back? Do like Ravanelli and Giannini, do they all come back at it every now and then, like Leeds?
Giannino sometimes comes. I think, yeah, we do get that match day, like half time and stuff. Giannino comes back every now and again and gets treated like a king. The other night,
he was brilliant.
He was, and they give bloody Zola player of the season that year. Zola only played for Chelsea for half the season, and Boro, he was outstanding that season.
Yeah.
He was robbed of that. If he'd played for a London club, he'd have got it. There you go. Not that I'm bitter about these things 30 years on, but I remember that shit. Anyway, Steve, you had a point you were going to make.
Oh yes, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie.
Yeah.
But 4 years ago, when Alistair joined the league, I'm sure you told me a story that you were on a train with Alistair.
Yes, I didn't mention it at the time.
And your girlfriend was desperate for an autograph or a picture or something.
Yes, this is true. Yes, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I did. I remember telling you that as well. Yeah. Basically, so you won't remember this at all. You were on a late-ish train, about 7, 8 o'clock, coming back up to the northeast. You might have got on at Birmingham or Derby or somewhere like that.
Oh.
And I went to the loo and saw you were sat there. So when I got back, I messaged my then girlfriend and said, "You'll never guess who's on my train." And she was quite a big fan at the time.
Oh, was she not with you? I thought she was.
No.
Oh, right.
So she said, "You need to go and get his autograph." And I went, "No, I'm not doing that. That's sad. I'm not doing it. He's sat on his own. Leave it alone." She kept messaging me and going, "You better. So I basically went to go to the loo again. You probably thought that guy's got like bladder issues or something like that. And so I walked past and I went, "Excuse me, could you?" And you'd played a gig in. The worst bit was I lied. You played a gig in Middlesbrough like the week before. So I said, "Oh, my girlfriend really likes you. I went to your gig last week. It was really good." And you like then lit up and went, "Oh, cheers, thanks for coming," or something like that. Signed this thing. And then as I walked away, these 2 lasses were sat about 2 rows up and went, "Loser." Genuinely happened. Genuinely happened at me, obviously. So when I got back home, I went, "There you go, there's your autograph." And she was ecstatic. She was over the moon. So it was the right thing to do. But yes, you won't remember
she
that.
dumped him the week after.
Brilliant. But yeah, that was a genuine incident that happened about 20 odd years ago. So
Wow. Okay.
Do you remember that, Alice? Do you remember being accosted on a train by a strange guy?
It happens so frequently.
You're probably like, "I'm knackered." You've probably been somewhere recording or something like that. You go, "What's this guy doing? Leave me alone." Anyway, yes, I forgot about that myself. Obviously, when I told you about it. There you go. Random stuff. So on that bombshell, we get to the end of another pod. So
knowing that the universe would bring you back together.
Exactly. There you go. Who knew? And Yeah, that was the punchline though. As if I'd like got stressed and embarrassed enough to ask you. But as I say, she was over the moon. It was done for the right reasons. But I definitely got loser as I walked past. So I was like, thanks for that. Anyway, where are we at? So yes, are you coming out to last game of the season, Alistair? Are you around in York?
When is the last game?
24th, isn't it?
Yes, he is. He's changed his mind. Don't think of an excuse now.
Yeah, I won't ask you for an autograph. Don't worry.
Hang on a minute. When's the playoff final?
It's the day before.
Day before.
So, all right, yes. I
think
I said to you,
sorrows.
I had a gig, but it's been cancelled. So yes, I'll do my best.
Nice one.
We'll be
travelling
back
there. All you
We'll
have
be
to do is
travelling
walk
back
into
to
town.
Wembley with the cup for the playoff.
I won't get a ticket for that though. That's the thing. There's no way I'd get a ticket to the playoff final if we got there. But
what, just because you would want to be there? Or?
No, I would want to be there, but you can't. Everyone comes out the woodwork, so you can't get tickets, can you?
I don't know. Yeah, you
Depends what your system is. What do you do? Do you have ballots for Middlesbrough games?
Was it full last time when it was Norwich?
Yes, it was because I couldn't. I tried at the time and I couldn't get a ticket for Norwich.
Yeah, you'll get about 34,000 allocation. I'd have thought.
Yeah, but anyway, hopefully that'll be a problem for me to have in a couple of weeks' time. But anyway, so we might see your last game of the season to see if you get promoted. But good luck in the in FPL and naturally good luck for whatever happens with Middlesbrough as well. And I mean that this time when I say that to our guests. So that's all good stuff. But yes, thank you for joining us, Alistair. Thanks to you, Chris, Lee, and Steve for joining us on another pod. They think it's all over. It is for now, and enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Get out of my podcast.